Parth Marathe, what have you been eating?
Thank you, Trent, for asking. I had most recently a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich.
Who prepared it and why? And where
well,
and how?
Okay, I'm going to answer all of those questions in not the order you asked them. Partly because it makes more sense to do that, and partly because I just don't want to do things the way you want them to be done.
Sure.
Um,
Proceed.
my very good friend and once guest of the show, Sophia, and I,
A comrade of yours.
exactly, we decided it's nice outside today. Let's have a day of it, and we
Sure.
went to Clinton, New Jersey.
Oh, gotta go to Clinton.
It's a highlight. We went there. We were like, let's walk around. It was kind of fun, and then we were like, we're hungry, and we both felt like having a bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Although she had hers with pork roll instead of bacon.
So that's like the great divide. There are two types of people. Do you think that's gonna be the
It will be what tears us apart.
a platonic split, of course?
I think it's what will tear us apart emotionally, spiritually. It's just not something that can really jive with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate to use this slang, but like you can't really vibe with a female compadre like after you learn you have different sandwich preferences, you know?
That's really faux shizzle of you to say, fam. Thanks for saying that.
Cool hip hop talk.
Yeah. We are cool kids. When people look at us, they go, they have a lot of swagger. Trent, what have you had to eat today?
You actually caught me at a good time because I just had a pretty extravagant meal.
Extravagant?
You like that 50-cent word? I had In-N-Out Burger. Parth, have you ever come across this chain restaurant?
I've come across it. I've never had it.
Well, let me just tell you. It's really good. It's better than any chain restaurant offered in our region because it's only the West Coast. Don't know why. That's
Wow, you really went off on a tangent there, Trent. This is really awkward now.
well, I paused and my brain stopped.
Okay, because I'm gonna edit this later, so it'll be less awkward. But I want the audience to know it went on for so long,
Parth,
probably like 30 seconds. It was really weird.
You're only delaying the mistake even more. So let me just pick it back up.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I ate one of their meals. I got it on my way home from work. I had an exhausting day, and I thought, boy, only a large sandwich can cure my ailments from all the just winter sport-related children, anarchy, madness, instruction, skiing on ice. You know what I'm trying to say, Parth?
Sure am.
Are we jiving right now?
Faux shizzle.
So let's wrap it up, okay? Cue intro.
Welcome back to Craft Services, the podcast, where we talk about film and hopefully have a guest of a crew member of that film to talk with us about their experience. But this week, it's a special episode. We ain't got no guests.
No guests.
We ain't got no
Interviews.
movie. Nothing.
No movie.
It's just us. And we know our listeners, they come to listen to us.
This is exactly what the doctor ordered. For the next, I don't know, say 50, 55 minutes, Parth and I are just going to go at it.
With each other.
Parth, don't be graphic.
What? No, like verbally.
Oh, sure. That's, moving on. So, Parth, we haven't released an episode in an unusual amount of time. I think the guests at home are probably concerned. They're worried. And they're wondering, what happened to the regularity that you promised? So, explain away.
Well, Trent, thank you for putting that so eloquently. Basically what happened is the past 2 months have been really crazy. I have been working on school. I had finals coming up. Trent is off in Utah teaching people how to ski. I guess that makes him tired and busy or something like that. So we were not able to edit. We didn't have the time. nor the energy to do such a thing.
Yeah, I'd say the lack of inclination should be emphasized on both of our parts because we're tired, sad.
Lonely, very lonely people, I think it should be put.
Let's emphasize lonely. We're so all those other adjectives combined, and but we're back, baby. More importantly,
We're back. So the last episode we released was our Bill and Ted interview, which we actually recorded sometime in October, but which was with Angela Ng, who was awesome. And then we are going to have a discussion episode out next week with
a guest,
Kate Rotunda,
our classmate and fellow film student
and lover of Bill and Ted.
Yeah, especially compared to us, because neither of us have even seen the second installment, and Kate has a long history, and she cares deeply, so it seems like she's about to blow us out of proportion.
Exactly. Well, now that you know what we've been up to, I think we move on to what the special is all about. Movies, the past year. It's the end of the year, closing of a chapter. I think people would say this has been a fantastic year.
I liked it.
It was pretty cool.
Nothing notable happened.
Not much, no.
An unusual amount of good theatrical releases.
I had a great time in the summer movie season.
Parth and I have assembled here today with some lists, some top fives. We as human creatures, we love putting things in order. It's the way our minds work. So, not that our opinions hold any level of validity.
No, not at all. So, the first list that we have assembled would be our top 5 films that came out in 2020. It was a difficult year. I saw many fewer recent releases than I normally do.
The last movie that Parth and I saw in theaters before the world ended was Birds of Prey at the Rutgers Cinema.
Exactly.
Separate incidences.
Exactly. I went to see it with my good friend Sophia, and Trent went to see it probably alone, crying into his popcorn.
There was no tears, and I never buy popcorn at the movies, but I was alone.
Well, enough buffoonery, Trent. Would you like to start off, or should I?
I'm curious. Parth and I have not told each other what's on... our list. So there's going to be fair level of surprise, genuine shock, and suspense. Parth, kick it off.
Okay, so I have my top 5. At number 5, I have Charlie Kaufman's I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which came out on Netflix.
Do you want to say a little bit of a spiel? I don't want me to spoil it. I don't mean to spoil anything, but it makes an appearance on my list also.
Wow. Okay, I'll give my quick spiel on the movie.
Let's hear it.
I think it's really cool. The first 2/3 function just kind of as a fun, like, suspense, whatever, and as it goes on, turns into something much more interesting. It's very inaccessible to some degree, but I think it's funny. I think it's cool. It's unlike most other movies, and I enjoyed myself watching it.
Yeah, this movie received, I think, an unnecessary amount of backlash. I thought it was the first unique thing I've seen in a while, especially, I like a movie that starts off, you're like, oh, normal. And then about halfway through, things start to get a little funky. And then in the third act, people are performing plays and they're doing dancings in the hallway. And
Don't spoil anything, Trent. This is a movie that's also impossible to spoil because it doesn't really matter what you say about it.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to watch it to understand it.
But I liked both the leads. Toni Collette is the queen, once again receiving no credit for her hard work. And Charlie Kaufman, the only other movie of his I've seen was Eternal Sunshine, but I'm a film student, so obviously. My number 5 was the Hulu original starring Andy Samberg and Kristen Milioti, Palm Springs. Wow. Parth, have you seen it?
I have. It's one of my honorable mentions.
Good. I know that it was I read on the internet Sundance Darling, or someone cared about it at Cannes, But Hulu bought it for a bunch of money, and I think that was a wise investment because their original movie selection is pretty sparse, minus this and another one I can't remember the name of, probably because it didn't leave much of a mark. But I went into this movie not expecting much, and I was pleasantly surprised. That's all I'll say. Parth?
Very good. I guess I'll say my number 4. Okay, at number 4, we have Aaron Sorkin's second film, Trial of the Chicago 7, which he also wrote.
One of my honorable mentions.
Oh, wow, we're really swapping each other's lists, aren't we? It should be clear we have not seen each other's lists. I thought it was really good. I thought the script was really fun. Yeah, just an overall solid movie. Trent, your number 4?
My number 4, I think much to your surprise and maybe chagrin, is Tenet.
Ooh.
I think it was, for obvious reasons, one of the only A-tier director releases, and obviously one of the most significant ones because, I don't know, the entire future of the cinematic experience kind of rested in its hands, and for $200 million, it kind of disappointed It kind of bombed. And Parth and I were just talking about this the other day. We both watched Tenet at home, and we came to the conclusion that kind of seems like they should have just released it to home video because both of us watch it with subtitles and had a grand old time. But also, I paid to see this movie twice in the theaters, so that's all I'll say about that.
Okay. Number 3, I have Da 5 Bloods, Spike Lee's latest film, also released on Netflix. Wow, the last 3 movies of my list were all Netflix films. But yeah,
probably one of the only other releases from a
list,
an S tier.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I thought it was really well made. It isn't Chadwick Boseman's final performance, but it kind of acts as a goodbye to him in a weird way. And yeah, I just thought everything about this was really cool. I like it a lot more since the last time we made our discussion episode on it.
My number 3, a movie I doubt you've seen, and I'd be surprised if you've heard of. This is kind of the standout. This is the fanfare. Shithouse. You heard of it, Parth?
I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
In my minimal research, there was a short film by this kid in college, and he sent it to the Duplass brothers, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna give you we're gonna give you enough money to make this film," and it's like 2 hours of like kind of mumblecore college antics, and it's about like struggling in your freshman year. So in terms of like sympathy, boy, was I looking in a mirror. Yeah, and it's really good, and it's I recommend it. The catch, Parth, is only available on Amazon and only for rent for like $7.
Wow.
Which I anteed up and broke out the old wallet and punched in those debit card digits, but I think everyone else can wait for it to be $4. Not that I don't want to support all these people's careers, because they made a really good movie. But $7? Come on.
All right.
Your number 2.
My number 2. At number 2, we have Bill and Ted Face the Music. This might be a little bit of a shocker to Trent. Yeah. I kind of ranked these movies by how much I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Because I'm well aware that Bill and Ted Face the Music is not, like, in terms of film criticism terms or whatever, it's not necessarily the best movie ever made this year. But I thought, I really loved the first movie. I have not seen the second movie, but I really loved the first movie, and I thought this was a great movie for, in a not shitty way for the fans. It put a smile on my face. I had a good time, and I'm really happy it's a movie that got made. It's super earnest and sincere.
So your criteria for ranking was like the fun factor, and I think this would be a good time for me to say everything on my list I've seen at least twice, because the X factor for me was rewatchability.
Interesting.
So everything here I could turn on right now and I would be pretty okay with it.
Okay.
My number 2 was Thinking of Ending Things, which
we've already
we
discussed.
We spoke on, but it's higher on my list for because I had a lot of affection for it. I was pleasantly surprised. I have a good idea of what your number 1 will be, and I would imagine it is my number 1 also.
Really? I don't think it is. But my number 1 movie, drumroll, Nolan's Tenet.
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
Well, you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
But
really kept me on the fence there.
yeah, no. I have no idea what your number 1 is now, but I really dug Tenet a lot more the more I rewatched it. It's definitely not as well put together or like seamless as like something like I'm Thinking of Ending Things or Trial of the Chicago 7 or Defy Bloods or something, but I really appreciated its ambition. Every aspect of its production always sort of excites me about wanting to make my own movies and whatnot. And I just thought it was really fun. And yeah, rewatching it on home video and on my 4K OLED TV was a joy. It's the most cinematic movie I watched this year.
Yeah, that was a cool way to compliment a director and also to pat yourself on the back for your Blu-ray setup. So, my number 1 is Mank.
Wow, really? Trent texted me his first viewing and said he was disappointed.
Yes, David Fincher being one of my favorite living directors. My expectations were unrealistically high, and I didn't rewatch Citizen Kane as you intend to do, which is why you've been holding off from watching it. And I kind of can't look at you in the eye because a David Fincher movie has been available for like a month, and you've just completely ignored it. You couldn't.
Yeah.
You couldn't find the time for, I don't know, Social Network. Need I go on, Parth?
You said one film.
Brother, we could start a podcast about the Social Network. The Social Network is like one of the reasons that we're friends.
This is true.
Yeah.
What I'll say about Mank is this. I made a secret top 5 list that you don't know about that we're going to discuss after we talk about our honorable mentions.
It's super secret because you haven't even bothered to watch the movie yet. So that's sneaky if I've ever heard of it. But
just trust me. As
someone who's actually watched the film, Gary Oldman, Amanda Seyfried, those are your actors. They kill it. And I've watched it twice on Netflix because it's there. And what more is there to say? It's awesome. What's not to like? You have a lot to look forward to. But I will say it isn't a movie that needs to be seen in the theaters because I enjoyed it much more at home. So maybe this whole ordeal, this whole pandemic, I think maybe just silver lining is the home experience of Mank was a little bit better.
All right, I'm just gonna rattle off my
honorable
5 honorable mentions all in a row.
Good.
At number 5, I have Borat subsequent movie film.
Ooh, I didn't rank my honorable mentions. Is that a problem?
That's fine.
Cool.
Mine aren't really ranked. They're just sort of there. Doesn't really matter. But
I saw Borat 2 also. Haven't even seen the first one, but
neither have I.
Wow, Parth. Rudy Giuliani, boy, was he gonna reveal his penis. What more is there to say?
And I wish he did. I mean, what? At number 4, we have Hamilton. I don't know whether to count this really, but I saw this for the first time on Disney Plus, and I didn't think it could outstand the hype, and it did. It was genuinely really good.
I haven't seen the movie version. I know they just like filmed the play a few times from different angles and cut it together. I saw it on Broadway and I enjoyed that. So I don't think Hamilton really needs our support. They're doing just fine without us. But 100% approval rating from the members of this show. Continue.
At number 3, we have Totally Under Control, which is a documentary I saw on Hulu, done by Alex Gibney. It's pretty good.
I haven't seen it or heard of it. In 10 words or less, tell me what it is and why it deserves my time.
How Trump administration bungled coronavirus pandemic.
And with 4 words to spare, you want to give a note to our sponsors?
I don't like Trent.
Ouch. Number 2.
Palm Springs.
Nice. Number 1.
The Invisible Man. I really liked it.
Ooh, I haven't seen The Invisible Man, and off the record, kind of intend to keep it that way.
That's fine. It's not like a great movie, but it was a lot better than I thought it would be. It's actually about something.
Did you see it in the theaters?
I did.
Nice.
I saw it with my good friend, Sophia.
Got it. So my honorable mentions. Trial of Chicago 7, you spoke on much more fondly. The reason it's on this list is because it didn't. I have no craving to rewatch it. Not to break out the Schindler's List effect again, but kind of a heavy movie, kind of long, kind of very plot heavy.
Understandable.
Not something I just want to jump into. Next, To Five Bloods. Enjoyed it a lot. Not one of my favorite Spike Lees, as we've talked about. Next, Soul. It was just released on Christmas. I watched it on Disney Plus. Did you see it?
No, I have not. It's on my secret list.
Got it. I'm a Pixar sucker, as you know. And I confessed the other night that Inside Out didn't do that much for me, but Soul really tickled my heartstrings. Next is On the Rocks. You heard my gripes about Apple TV, so don't want to speak too fondly. But I really looked forward to this movie and was kind of underwhelmed, and I had some problems with the plot. But Rashida Jones, Bill Murray, fine by me. My last one, last but not least. No, how do I say this? I want to say that it's last, but I don't want it to be first, because it's a Woody Allen movie. And that's A Rainy Day in New York.
Oh, no.
Why?
Trent supports Woody Allen?
Did you see this movie?
How awkward. I did not, but I was on a plane in January of this year, and they had that movie playing. And I said, I'm not going to support a rapist. And Trent said, I love this one particular one.
The word love...
It's okay. It's okay.
So, so this movie, I don't even think it's that good. It's not in, like, my top 3 Woody Allens or anything. Annie Hall is one of, like, my favorite movies ever. So, despite Woody Allen's actions, I think he can be a funny man sometimes. So Tim Chalamet, Selena Gomez, Jude Law. It's a very good cast, and it was filmed before apparently the Me Too movement, which was why
it's supposed to come out in 2017, I think.
Yeah, which was why the release was so sketchy and delayed, and it was like supposed to get bought by Amazon, and then they like tried to pull out, and then Woody Allen was like, here's a contract, and they ended up buying it anyway.
He had a contract with them to release 5 movies. After Me Too came out, they tried to void that, and then ever since, I don't think Amazon actually released it. I think they kind of distributed it in a weird way that it's not technically released by Amazon.
Yeah, it was really hard to find rent-wise, but the unusual thing is, like, they didn't put it on Amazon Prime. They just made it available for rent from Amazon. So It's still $4, but it was fine. I like walk around and talk like upper middle class, well educated, like Noah Baumbach, Woody Allen. Yeah. So it was right up my alley. So I fold. It was okay.
Okay. Well, you want to know my secret list now?
Let's hear it real quick.
I did not give you the option to even make yours, so we're just gonna go through this really quickly. But these were 5 movies from 2020 that I really want to see but have not yet seen.
Okay.
At number 5, we have The King of Staten Island. I like Pete Davidson. I think Judd Apatow is okay, and I think I find it fun.
My sister was like, this was like the one movie of 2020 she was really looking forward to, and she saw it. She rented it for $20 as soon as it came out, and she said it had some moments, but disappointed. And she said that I know this is what you're excited for, so I hate to shit on it, but she said it kind of fizzled.
Dragged.
It dragged, and it had too many plot lines that didn't.
Well, it's Judd Apatow, so I can't ever imagine that it would be edited poorly. At number 4, we have Chadwick Boseman's final performance, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I have no idea what this movie's about, but it's on Netflix. People have said it's really good. I like Chadwick Boseman. Gotta respect the man, the king, T'Challa, Wakanda forever. I'm an ally. At number 3, we have On the Rocks, Apple TV Plus. Haven't seen it. I think I'm interested in Sofia Coppola more than I am a fan of Sofia Coppola. But
so I actually am gonna argue with you there, because after On the Rocks was minus Lost in Translation and Virgin Suicides, this was the most recent Sofia Coppola, and I didn't like it that much. But afterwards, I've been watching more of her movies. Watched Marie Antoinette, and that shit rocks. So
I'm not saying she's a bad director or something. I just don't love her movies, but I'm really interested in her style and everything. So I'd like to see On the Rocks.
Yeah.
At number 2, I put Soul. Haven't seen it yet. Really want to see it. Love Pete Docter. And at number 1, I don't think this is a surprise, David Fincher's Mank.
Yeah. All right. So since Parth went behind my back and made that list and didn't tell me we were doing secret lists, I have nothing to show for myself. So
that's fine. You sound stupid now, but you can start with your top 5 films that you saw in 2020, but were not released in 2020.
Yeah, so this is the next agreed upon list. Movies that we saw for the first time this year, but were released elsewhere, and God knows when. Do you want me to start?
Go ahead.
So I think number 5 isn't as good a movie as most of the things in my honorable mentions, of which there are many. But I have rewatched it and rented it each time 5 times since seeing initially. And it is called The End of Tour. The End of the Tour. It's an A24 movie. It's Jason Segel and Jesse Eisenberg, 2 actors I simply adore, doing what I mentioned earlier, walking around and talking, and Jason Segel is David Foster Wallace, and I know he's controversial recently also, but I'm reading some of his books, so it's just what I need, and it's very soothing white noise. What's your number 5?
Number 5, I have Jackie Chan's Police Story.
Never heard of it. Take me
I
away.
love Jackie Chan. It's a movie he directed after kind of a failed attempt at making a Hollywood career, and it kicks ass. It's awesome. Jackie Chan, what more do you need?
Well put. My number 4 is Boogie Nights. Parth, have you seen it?
I sure have.
Mark Wahlberg's peen. Boy, it's big and it's artificial. But the movie I've been meaning to see for a while. What other movies have Paul Thomas Anderson made? I've only seen Punch Drunk Love and was kind of underwhelmed.
Magnolia, The Master, Phantom Thread,
Inherent Vice,
and he made There Will Be Blood.
Oh, okay. So I've seen Phantom Thread, and now this, and it's
and Hard 8, but that was made before.
Yeah, Hard 8 was his debut.
Yeah.
In short, this is the definition of a rewatchable movie. I love Alfred Molina in the end. Doc Ock make an appearance in my porn movie, and it's just a collection of famous people who are gonna go on to be more famous, and it's them talking about a touchy subject that you've never really seen in a movie before. So I really enjoyed it. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is the Safdie Brothers Uncut Gems. That's a 2019 release.
Got it.
But I hadn't yet seen it. I think it's awesome. It's really stressful. I enjoyed it. More controversial, I think, but I enjoyed it more than Good Time. It's kind of the same movie as Good Time, but I think Adam Sandler is a lot more of a interesting performance to engage with. So that's why I had it.
So my next question obviously was, do you prefer Good Time? Which I do.
But I can see why you would prefer Good Time. But Uncut Gems is a little bit more of like a movie than Good Time is. Yeah,
I was just about to clarify that. I think the reason Good Time had such an effect on me was the first time we saw it. Were you at the screening? There was a...
No, I wasn't.
Oh, well, Parth, you really shat the bed on this one. Well, our school offered a Q&A with the Safdie brothers, and they played Good Time first, so I went. Parth obviously didn't. He had something better going on. And Good Time, like, really knocked my shit around. And I was like, I didn't know this kind of movie existed. So then going into Uncut Gems, it was kind of just like that on a bigger budget and a larger scale. And so I obviously enjoyed it, and I defended it against people who were like, it's too stressful or it wasn't an enjoyable experience. But yeah, that's my stance. My number 3 is a movie that Parth cares deeply about, and it is Steve Jobs. Parth, who directs it? Because I can't remember.
Danny Boyle.
I only started watching it after Parth gave me access to his iTunes account, and it's just sitting there waiting to be taken advantage of. So this movie, I turn it on when I can't fall asleep because it's
musical.
It's musical. They do a play. It's a 3-act structure. But they're talking about an interesting man, and they're all really smart. And I like the cast and the words they're saying. So, Parth?
All right, so my number 3 is Trey Parker's Team America.
Never heard of it.
It's the guys that make South Park.
Yes.
They made a movie with, like, marionette puppets. It's really funny. It's a little dated because it came out in 2006, so a lot of the things it's satirizing are sort of Bush-era politics.
Yeah.
But the Trump administration has done a lovely job of reinvigorating the same problems. So a lot of what was funny then is kind of funnier and more upsetting now.
Cool. Yeah. Parth, do you want to say farewell to President Donald Trump? I mean, it was a fun ride, but sad. I mean, much to our dismay, he was voted out. So I'd say we bid him a farewell from the Craft Services podcast. Let's just hope he goes to jail. Okay. My number 2 is cheating a little bit, and I hope you'll forgive me. I was introduced to a director's work in 2020, and I went on to watch all 11 of his movies. And now he is all I think about, and that's Noah Baumbach. And so I kind of grouped it together. Squid and the Whale was the first one I saw, and that kicked me in the teeth. And then went on to see Frances Ha, Kicking Screaming, and 8 others. I had seen Marriage Story in 2019, but I didn't really make the connection of who the director was and didn't think about it as a larger work. But this man is the quintessence of all the things I like. And I'm so excited that he's only like 40, and I'm sure he's got some more movies in him. And his seems to be on a positive upward trend, but not linear growth, because he's had some ups and downs.
Very good to hear. He has a new Netflix movie coming out starring Adam Driver and his partner Greta Gerwig, who made Little Women and shit.
Yeah, I also heard that the next Noah Baumbach Greta Gerwig movie is 2021, and it's Barbie, and it's starring Margot Robbie. That movie sounds ridiculous in one way or another, but I don't think Margot Robbie would sign up unless it was at least vaguely interesting. So,
and I don't think Greta Gerwig would either. But
yeah, both very respectable women. So, Parth,
yes.
No, take it away.
At number 2, I have Tom Tykwer. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but Tom Tykwer's movie Run Lola Run. It's really awesome. I don't really want to spoil anything, but it's kind of like an adrenaline shot. It's got a really good performance by Frankie Potenta. Yeah, it's just better if you don't know anything going in, but I'd really recommend it.
Parth, are you ready for my numero uno?
Let's hear it.
Oh, you were able to decipher mi español?
Oui.
Okay. So my number 1 was a movie you like also, and it was brought to my attention from our beloved Professor Adam. He said on the Slack that it was being removed from Netflix, and this was my last chance to watch it. And so at the beginning of the pandemic, me and my father watched Zodiac in my basement. And my initial viewing, I was like, it's pretty good. But since then, let me put it this way. The past 3 days, I have listened to the whole director's commentary, just like the audio. I watched the movie independently, and then on Parth's Vudu account, which I also have access to, I saw that the director's cut was 4 minutes longer, and I watched the whole thing to see where those extra 4 minutes came in. Fun fact, I skip over the murder parts because what I'm there for is like Jake Gyllenhaal talking about the newspaper. He, I think, has cemented himself as my favorite actor between this and Nightcrawler, which I both saw recently, and that man knows what he's doing. He's the shit. Cool.
Good choice.
Number 1.
Okay, I cheated for my number 1. Okay, my number 1 is a Netflix series that's really is like a 10-hour movie.
This isn't a TV podcast!
I'm sorry. You put 11 movies as your number 2.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
Okay. At number 1, I have Haunting of Hill House, which was done by that guy that made Dr. Sleep, whose name I can't really remember.
I can't remember it either, but I didn't like Dr. Sleep while we're at it.
I liked Dr. Sleep a lot. But
The Shining is one of my favorite movies.
I've never seen The Shining.
Oh, okay.
I want to read The Shining and then watch The Shining. But I think Haunting of Hill House, it's fantastic. Really, really good storytelling. Yeah, no, all the episodes are directed by Mike Flanagan. He has a really, really good visual style. I really like it. I think he does really interesting things with horror. Yeah, I just A1 effort. And
Cool.
It was released, I think, in 2018. I only got around to it this year, but it was really fantastic. All right, do you have some honorable mentions?
Yeah, I just checked the time.
Rattle them off. Rattle them off.
It's honorable mention o'clock. There are... There's like 10 films here, but we're gonna go through.
Oh my god! Don't give any opinions. Just rattle them off.
There's gonna have to be some opinion.
Quick, one sentence.
All right. The Exorcist. I saw it in the theaters at Halloween screening. It was awesome. Next is Beetlejuice. Saw it at the drive-in in the back seat with some Taco Bell. I was in the perfect headspace for it. Tim Burton is awesome. The next is a two-parter, Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man is the best, but I've been holding off from seeing the modern MCU Spider-Man adaptation because fuck the Avengers. But yeah, they're awesome. Next is Gone Girl. We discussed it thoroughly. Molly's Game, Being John Malkovich, Marie Antoinette, Nightcrawler, Under the Silver Lake, which is A24 with Andrew Garfield, Bottle Rocket, which was Wes Anderson's first movie, and that was the missing puzzle piece in his filmography. And then honorable mention of the honorable mentions is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I read the book. And then Johnny Depp and Guillermo del Toro were fun. There you go. Honorable mentions. Let's hear it.
Okay, I only have 5 because I'm not
Because you're a follower?
little piece of shit.
Yeah.
But at number 5, these aren't really in an order, but I just put them in an order randomly. Number 5, we have Martin Scorsese's The Color of Money. Good performance by Paul Newman and my fave, Tom Cruise. Number 4, we have, this isn't the director, but Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, things blow up, really fun.
Yeah.
Then number 3, we have Jonathan Van Damme's The Silence of the Lambs. I'd never seen it.
I love that movie.
It's really, really good. I really, really, really liked it. Yeah. And my friend Sophia got me the Criterion Collection Blu-ray as a Christmas present.
What a good friend. Yeah, Parth, Silence of the Lambs won the Big Five, as I'm sure you know.
They sure did.
And
number 2.
Yeah. Continue. No, you.
At number 2, we have Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman. It came out in 2019, I think. Really fun movie. Good performances. Solid British comedy, drama, thriller, whatever you want to call it.
You got what you paid for.
Number 1, we have... I know you love this movie, so I'm going to leave you in suspense for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. The Art of Self-Defense.
Ooh, yeah.
It was on Hulu. I never saw it before. I really enjoyed it. I like Jesse Eisenberg. A much darker and more complicated and interesting movie than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be a stupid, like a fun but sort of off-kilter comedy in the style of like Wes Anderson, and it ended up being more aligned with like Fight Club.
Yeah, I forgot that this came out, and I saw it in theaters in 2020, and it was pre-pandemic, and I think I was the only person there. This is like the kind of movie I want to make, and I think they did it for like a few $1 million. And Jesse Eisenberg, we love. So, yeah. So Parth, we have our third and final list, and that is the 5 things we are looking forward to in 2021 of what's currently slated.
Okay. Should I start?
Please.
At number 5, we have The Green Knight, which is David Lowery's movie that was scheduled to come out this year, but I don't really know anything about this movie, but I saw one trailer, and it looks fucking awesome. I really like Dev Patel, so yeah.
I have a controversial number 5, and that is Indiana Jones and the Sanctuary of the Black Order, which is
that?
Yeah, it's a horrible title, and...
Wait, is that the confirmed title?
I don't know. That's what it says on IMDb, and I was kind of in disbelief because I was like, that's a bad title.
I don't think that's the title.
I hope not.
It's not. It just says Indy 5 for now.
Okay, well, we can have a collective sigh of relief, but Indiana Jones 5, I know Spielberg is directing it. Harrison Ford is coming back,
Spielberg
right?
is not directing it.
Is he producing it?
He's producing it. James Mangold, who directed Logan and Ford v Ferrari last year.
So Harrison Ford's in it, but Shia LaBeouf isn't. Is that right?
Thankfully not.
I like Shia LaBeouf as an actor, and when King of the Crystal Skull ended and I thought he was the next generation, I was oddly okay with it.
Although now it has been revealed that Shia LaBeouf is a pretty terrible and awful person, but...
Alright, what's your... Oh, wait, is
Number 4?
Yeah.
My number 4 is Lana Wachowski's Matrix 4.
Yes.
I love the first Matrix. I have a complicated relationship with the sequels.
Yeah.
I really appreciate what they're going for. I don't think they quite work, but I'm always there to see whatever they make. So I'm really interested to see how they make a 4th movie when the majority of their main cast has died in the previous one. But
wait, who died in the last one?
Neo and Trinity. They both die in the 3rd movie.
Yeah, well, those are the 2 main characters, so it's hard to see where they go from here. Let me guess. So, they come back.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's all. My number 4 is a movie I haven't even seen the trailer to, but there's a lot of buzz around, and that is Dune. I know Tim Chalamet's in it, and I read a blurb. It's a dystopian world, and a lot of stuff's going on. And apparently there have been failed adaptations in the past, but everyone seems to think that this one is going to be successful. So, count me in.
So my number 3 is going to be Edgar Wright's Last Night in Soho. That was scheduled to come out this year, but it didn't for obvious reasons. Love Edgar Wright. Be there for anything he's going to make. And it's supposed to be a horror movie, which I'm interested in because he's kind of only ever made comedies, which with like dramatic elements, but generally mainly comedies. And I'm interested to see him take on a different genre with his very idiosyncratic style.
Yeah, I kind of shat the bed in that my research didn't stumble upon that movie. As soon as you started describing it in depth, it all came flooding back. But his last movie was Baby Driver, which I'm sure we both liked, minus the Kevin Spacey factor.
Although Kevin Spacey does get run over. So
yeah,
by a car. Brutally.
My number 3 is another grotesque sequel, and that's Halloween Kills. I saw the Halloween reboot. What was that, 2018?
Yeah.
I just want to go to the theater and watch people get stabbed for like 2 hours while I eat my M&Ms. And I'm sure this will deliver that exact request, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's all I want. Take it away. Is Jamie Lee going to be there? Probably, right?
Yeah. And Halloween Kills is a 2-parter. They're filming a third. They're Halloween Kills and some other like third movie that they're making with this new cast of characters.
So this Halloween is kind of like the only remaining, because like Nightmare on Elm Street's dead, Friday the 13th is dead, but Halloween is kind of
had a resurgence.
Well, it's also like I don't see it dying anytime in the near future because they know that it's a cheap movie to make. They can make it for like $50 to $100 million, and then they can just keep releasing it on Halloween's, and it's going to make like $500 million, and it's a perfect recipe. So,
well said, Trent.
So everyone get comfortable. There's going to be some more of these, even though Michael Myers dies in every one. You watched him get burned alive in a basement in the last one, but I'm sure he'll be making an appearance.
I have yet to see Halloween 2018, so thank you for bringing that up. But I guess I'll just say my number 2 to sort of distract me from my blinding rage. And number 2, we have Top Gun Maverick, Joseph Kosinski's film. I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan.
Yeah.
I love Top Gun. It's not a great movie. In fact, one may say it's a highly stupid movie.
Is it? I've never seen it.
I think it's a lot of fun. 80s, whatever. It's a classic. You should see it for that reason. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see all of the aerial sequences. They've created a lot of like brand new rigs and whatnot to film things that have never been done before. So always excited to see how he pushes the boundary.
Parth, I just got a notice on my desk, and it said a good friend of yours got you a Top Gun Maverick shirt.
They did. Mr. Algayer sent me randomly, not even for Christmas. He got me a different gift for Christmas.
Yeah.
He got me an Army of Darkness.
A different movie
t-shirt.
shirt. Parth, I just like care about you, and I want you to be like clothed and like warm. Is that so wrong?
Thank you for that. So I will be wearing the Top Gun shirt when I see it in theaters.
Nice.
But your number 2, Trent?
My number 2 is a movie I know nothing about, and that's the third installment, still unnamed, in the new Spider-Man universe. Word on the street is Toby and Andrew are gonna be showing up.
Yeah, they're making a Spider-Verse.
They're making a Spider-Verse. I'm so jazzed. This is all I want. Yeah, that's it.
Spider-Man is famously my favorite superhero. I'm less jazzed.
Why are you not jazzed?
Well, if we must get into this, MCU Spider-Man is not my favorite adaptation of Spider-Man. I think I have a lot of problems with the way they've sort of tried to make him I have my own issues with how they've sort of changed the character and how the movies have been made, but
Well, I think it's fair to say that there have been 3 real generations of Spider-Man, and each Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and now Tom Holland. Each time, the person who plays Spider-Man got like hotter and like younger and like less nerdy, less Peter Parker-esque, and the Aunt May character has gotten younger and hotter to the point where Aunt May is now hot, which
agreed.
it's kind of fucked up. Like, I want a lot of things for Aunt May, but sex appeal was never something I considered I would have to go face to face with.
I'm kind of less jazzed for this third movie because it feels like they're looking at the success of Into the Spider-Verse and are sort of trying to like scramble to give the fan what they think the fans want.
Yeah.
Because the last movie doesn't set this up in any way. So I'm not it kind of feels to me like they are trying to... Okay, here's my thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't really care about this iteration of Spider-Man. I think I really love him in Civil War, like Captain America Civil War, his first introduction. And then I grow to not care about him, and I kind of really don't like Far From Home. But I understand why people like it. So for me, I'm okay with this third movie because I already don't care. So if it gives me more Tobey Spider-Man, even if it's stupid, even if it's fucking dumb and doesn't make any sense and kind of shits in the face of the original trilogy, I kind of just want it because why not?
I completely agree with you that the conception of this was based on the surprising success of Spider-Verse, and also there's a new but I think Spider-Verse works because it's animated. And now it's like they're making a second Spider-Verse movie, so I think there's just about to be an overabundance of Spider-Verse.
And also, the first Spider-Verse movie works because it's not just about that. It's about Miles Morales and about like how anyone can be here. Like it's the Spider-Verse element is tied integrally to its themes that the story's trying to tell. Whereas this feels like, oh, so people just want more Spider-Man.
Yeah. So about your preference of Homecoming over Far From Home, I think, or at least my reason for agreeing, is that in a superhero movie, I would much rather see a superhero go up against a supervillain rather than a superhero go up against like an alien army in which they have 10 million goons who mean nothing, and then there's like one final boss. And that's exactly what Spider-Man Far From Home was. And it kind of seems like all the Marvel movies nowadays are like there's a threat to our galaxy, and the Avengers must assemble because one supervillain isn't enough. And
I also think that they have a problem now where for some reason they think Spider-Man can't be a movie on its own, and they need to shove in as many other Marvel characters as possible, where Spider-Man Homecoming required Iron Man, and then the second one required
Nick Cage.
Required Nick Fury.
Yeah, that whatever.
Nick Cage, yeah, he shows up. And it kind of is just weird to me because Spider-Man is the OG Spider-Man of the Marvel universe. He's the one that brings in the big bucks. So it's kind of weird to me because now this other one is like, oh, we don't trust our own iteration of Spider-Man to bring in the big bucks. We're going to bring in our previous versions, also throw in Doctor Strange. So it kind of feels to me like they have a lack of faith in their own property. But I think we've discussed Spider-Man enough.
This Spider-Man is one of the great overlaps in the Venn diagram of things we want to talk about. So... let's move on. Number 1.
At number 1, we have another Tom Cruise flick.
You're crazy.
We have, I know, I am. Mission Impossible 7.
Oh, okay.
I'm huge fan of Mission Impossible series. Mission Impossible 7 is a 2-parter. It's going to have Mission Impossible 8 coming out 2022. And I'm always, always, always excited to see what Tom Cruise does, because man is kind of crazy, but that's fine by me because he's always pushing the boundaries of what we can do in movies, and I'm always down for anybody that does that. So that's why it's my number one.
My number one, I've never seen any of the Mission Impossible movies.
You will, Trent. You will.
My number one, predictable as it may sound, is Wes Anderson's The French Dispatch. It's probably his best cast assembled yet. I don't know if there is a trailer, but if there is, I've been actively avoiding it just because I want to go in with a clear mind. He's like one of my favorite directors and is like trying to save the cinematic experience, and I'm there for it. And even his last movie, Isle of Dogs, which I didn't like that much, and I thought was just like a worse version of Fantastic Mr. Fox. I was working at the theater while that was playing, and I must have watched it 50 times, and probably one of his worst movies, and I watched it 50 times. So I like him. He knows how to get that childlike wonder in me. Do you have any honorable mentions?
I have 5. You?
Yeah, I have less than 5.
Okay, so I'll just rattle them off really quickly. Number 5, we have Dune. Standard Denis Villeneuve. Watch whatever he makes. Number 4, we have James Gunn's The Suicide Squad.
Ugh.
Love James Gunn. He always has something interesting going on. And
is someone new going to be playing the Joker?
He's not in the movie.
What a relief. Isn't Harley Quinn coming back though?
Yeah. But now I like what DC films are doing, where they don't really care about continuity. They just sort of make the film at hand.
Yeah, but so that kind of creates like a weird vortex of... all right, let me put it this way. It's like how in different Batman movies, there's the same actor who plays Alfred, but there's no acknowledgement that there's a new guy who's playing Batman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although Harley Quinn is being played by Margot Robbie.
Well, I think what I'm saying is the Inception-y part of this is that Margot Robbie is in 2 movies called Suicide Squad, plus or minus the word "the," and it's more or less like the same thing. They're just like rebooting it. Well,
it's a sidequel. It's not like directly acknowledging the first movie, but it isn't like undoing it either.
Sounds like a joyless cash grab that I will go and see.
I disagree, because James Gunn is making this movie after he was fired by Marvel from Guardians 3. Then DC approached him and said, make any film you want, essentially, and he's a huge fan of the Suicide Squad, which is why he made that movie. So I think he has something interesting to do with that. But anyways, I digress. Number 3, we've discussed it. Wes Anderson's The French Dispatch.
Good. Like
Wes Anderson, looks cool. Like Timothy, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Number 2, No Time to Die. Like Bond, like Daniel Craig as Bond. It was supposed to come out this year. It looked really good. Let's do it.
Isn't this his last movie as Bond?
Yeah.
Cool. I saw Skyfall with no context, and that shit was cool. But haven't been back since. But maybe I'll dip my toe if you don't mind. You know, is that cool with you?
There's many things you could do with your toes that I wouldn't mind, Trent.
Number 1.
This is not really like I'm so hyped for this.
Sound hyped.
Like out of everything else, but
Sounds
Fast and Furious 9. Fan of the Fast and Furious franchise. New one looks so big and so stupid. Can't wait for them to blow shit up. For Vin Diesel to talk about family.
Family.
I can't wait.
Family.
Thank you, Trent.
Parth, did you see Hobbs and Shaw?
I sure did.
Never seen another Fast and Furious movie, but me and my friend Brandon sure did go and see Hobbs and Shaw in the theater, and that was like 2 of the best hours of my life. So if you're saying there's big stupid explosions, sign me up.
I'm glad to hear you have this opinion.
So I've got some stuff. Godzilla versus Kong. 2 big monsters. They're probably gonna fight each other. okay. Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, a movie that I don't think needed to be remade. But I know that there are some touchy subjects about the last one, so it's good that they're remaking it with a real Hispanic person this time. And also it's Steven Spielberg, even though his last movie was The Post, which got an Best Picture nomination for no good reason. Saw it in theaters accidentally and left unsatisfied. Okay, but I love West Side Story as a musical. Next is Death on the Nile. The
Interesting. Kenneth Branagh.
The Kenneth Branagh. I know. I knew that Armie Hammer's in it, and I know that his recent career has been like shit on, but I like him whenever he's in something. So
agreed.
I'm down. And the last thing is kind of specific. It's the Uncharted movie. Do you know what this is?
Yes.
The only reason it's being mentioned is because I played all of those video games as a kid, and so they like consume a lot of my brain power. And I recently became okay with Tom Holland, and he's taking the lead, which I think is dumb because now they're doing his like origin story rather than a few years ago. Nathan Fillion it was right in his Castle days. He looks just like the main character from the video game, and everyone was begging for it, and it could have been him, like, in the middle of all of his adventures. But no, we don't get that. We get this instead. But I'll see it. I think
Is that the end?
I think that's about that. Those were a lot of lists.
This is going to be a long episode.
Yeah. Well, do we have anything more to say?
I don't think we do. I mean, how would you say this year was for you?
On a personal note or from a movie standpoint?
Both.
Well, the first
if
few
you had to sum it up in a few sentences.
First few months were pretty standard fare. Then in March, some stuff happened. Then I was home. Now we're in Utah. Parth, you?
Yeah, kind of the same. First few months were normal. Then we were stuck at home. I'm not in Utah, but out of this pandemic came this podcast. So
yes,
it wasn't all bad.
Correct. All right, shall we cue the outro?
I think we've bored our listeners long enough. But we look forward to releasing some cool stuff in the new year. Thank you for anybody that's listening. We have like 5 listeners. All you people that say you listen to my podcast, I know you're lying. I can see how many people listen. But for those 5 listeners, we thank you so much. We love you. We will shower you with gifts when we're big, rich, and famous in the Hollywood industry. But yeah, Trent, anything you want to add?
No, I'll see you for the New Year's kiss.
Okay. Cue the outro.